But Brigham Young's made the determination that they're going to leave. They look at a lot of different places. They look really closely at going to the Republic of Texas, which was an independent country at the time. The president of the Republic of Texas had actually invited them to come. Joseph had looked into that while he was alive. But once Texas is annexed to the United States, they drop that as an option because they feel like they need to get out of the United States. In the United States, whether it was in New York or Ohio or Missouri or Illinois, no matter where they went, even if it was a less populated part of the state, like Western Missouri and Western Illinois, it didn't matter. Because as a persecuted minority group, as a hated minority group, it was always more politically expedient to be against them than for them. So their plan is to go somewhere else, and they settle on thinking on the Rocky Mountains. They plan to leave in the spring of 1846. They plan to leave in April or May, which would be intelligent.
That's the time to leave.
That's when you should start in your journey west. But they actually leave with an even more bitter taste in their mouth than they had anticipated. So Thomas Ford, the governor of Illinois, who many Latter-day Saints do not like because of his involvement in Joseph's murder, he's not done yet hurting the Latter-day Saints. He will lie to the Latter-day Saints. He'll lie to Brigham Young and to the sheriff of the county and tell them that the federal government has decided to intervene and that they are sending an army to Nauvoo and they're going to arrest all of the apostles and they're going to gather up a bunch of the other saints and they're going to prevent them from leaving the country. Well, this is terrifying to the Latter-day Saints. And imagine how frustrated they were. For a decade, they have been begging the U.S. government to get involved to help them from their lands that have been stolen, people that have been murdered indiscriminately in Missouri and now in Illinois. And now finally the government's going to get involved. But to their detriment, it is an exasperating thing. But fearing, because Thomas Ford, and I'm not just saying Thomas Ford is a liar. Thomas Ford brags about being a liar. In his book, he writes in 1854, he's quite proud of himself. He's excited about the fact that he lied so well, that the Latter-day Saints, seeing no option, realize they have to leave in the dead of winter. And so they leave in February rather than waiting until it was spring. They leave before they're totally ready. They leave when the weather is, of course, atrocious. And it makes a much more disorganized departure than they had intended.